Hello and welcome everybody to another episode of Let's Talk Games and Hobbies. My name is CJ Harris and I'm joined by Cole Fieser and Mark Hall.
Something clever.
I did tell him to say something clever, so that's on me, guys. First, we want to thank everybody for watching our first episode. We had a great reaction. I apologize for the audio issues. I'm going to blame Mark for that. He went to the bathroom midway and made it a little bit harder on me.
I have a very small bladder.
They should be fixed this time, except that he's going to take a phone call in the middle of this and I'm going to do it all over again.
I'm very needy.
We have a great show for you today in the spirit of having you guys get to know us, just like our first episode where we talked about why we bought the store, why we're doing this. Now you can find out about our gaming taste. So we're counting down our top 10 best games of all time. Cole was very happy when I told him we were doing that. But first, I want to talk about what is happening at the store this week. I'm sorry, Mark wants to talk about what's happening at the store this week.
That's right, I do. All right, Let's Play Community. Wednesday is our open wargaming, which has predominantly been Warhammer. But if you're a Star Wars Legion player or Star Wars Shatterpoint, and you can find a friend to bring along, we can also satisfy that. We also have our Crokinole board set up. Said it right that time. So that's a lot of fun on Wednesdays. This Thursday, the new Star Wars Unlimited set, Secrets of Power, is coming out. So we're going to have our pre-release on Thursday at 6 p.m. We'll be selling product that day as well. So come on out and get some of that great new set. Come out and play with us. Friday, we are going to have our horror game night marathon. It's going to start at 5. CJ,
Mark, do you know what my goal for this week is? My one goal, what do you think it is?
Survive.
Well, yeah, that's my goal most weeks. I want to play the Halloween board game.
The Halloween board game.
I've been asking people all month. Yeah, everybody has excuses. They don't think it's going to be a good game.
Terrible.
It is a great game.
Great game.
If you're looking for something to do this Friday, please. I'm not, it sounds like I'm begging, and I kind of am.
He's begging.
Because I really want to play the game. I'm going to make Cole play it. So
come on out.
I don't care, but I'm going to say that if enough people show up, we'll also run Blood on the Clock Tower.
We can also run Blood on the Clock Tower. I'm going to bring
Blood on the Clock
Terrorscape as well. I have that, and I've been wanting to play that some more. So a lot of spooky games on Friday.
This game is killer.
This game is killer, yeah.
Lots of murderous-themed games Friday, so yeah. November 1st is Board Game Day.
Game Store Day.
Game Store Day.
You were close.
That's what I said. I was really close. Going to be a great time. We're going to have a lot of kind of easier games out on the tables. So if you want to come by and learn a game in like 10 minutes, we'll have games like Flip 7, Trio, the new racing game, Hot Streak.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I mean, the goal for Game Store Day is not to host some big sale. It is really to celebrate what game stores are supposed to be, which is a place where you can come and play games with people. So we're going to have, like you said, little demos, tables filled with smaller games. We'll have the Crokinole board set up. We'll have Hot Streak, Flip 7, Trio, all kinds of really small games. You can just come in anytime, drop in, drop out, and we'll be playing them all day.
That's right.
And then later that night,
Trivia at 7:30 p.m. If you've never been to one of our trivias, it's a lot of fun. The host prepares a lot of crazy questions, and inevitably you're going to have a good time. So trivia, 7:30. Sunday, super packed. The new Pokemon set is coming out, Phantasmal Flames. So we're going to be doing our pre-release for the new Pokemon set at 12 noon. So come on out for that. It's going to be a mixture of folks, some kids, some adults, CJ and myself probably, because we love Pokemon too. At 2 p.m., we're going to do Magic Villainous, which is a commander-style format that I'm going to turn over to CJ to maybe give you a little more details on.
Wizards is doing a little, kind of like a commander party. So bring your own commander deck, and you're going to get a random card that showcases one of Magic's famous villains throughout history. And I think they have alternate win conditions on them, so that'll be a fun little twist on the game.
Yeah, so that is at 2 p.m. on Sunday. And then Star Wars Unlimited, Secrets of Power, will have another pre-release at 3 p.m. Sure to be a great time. So come on out Sunday. There's something for everybody.
That's right.
All right.
All right, and that
Oh,
it is a new month,
new
or
month.
it is soon.
November.
So we're gonna highlight a couple of larger events that are happening this month, so you can kind of um, get an idea and start planning. Mark has one that he wants to talk about.
Yes, on November 18th, Let's Play is partnering with the Sign of the Horse Brewery. I think it's Sign of the Horse Brewery. But they are reopening after being closed for a while. And so we're really excited to partner with them. We're going to have the Croak and Hole board there, maybe 2 if I can make it happen. And then some of these lighter games like Flip 7, probably Trio, and a handful of others. So come on out and enjoy a good drink and some good games. Bring your friends. We'll have a great time.
And if the 2 or 3 pre-releases we were already doing this weekend weren't enough, Magic also decided to release a set this month. And it is another fan favorite. We have more Universes Beyond. So the Avatar: The Last Airbender set pre-release will be November 14th at 6:30 p.m.
Wow.
And then we will do a second one on Sunday the 16th at 2 p.m. So come out for that. And every month we, of course, have our big Warhammer tournament, our 2,000 point tournament. We usually get a pretty good turnout for that. So if you're interested, that is going to be on the 22nd at 10 a.m. We'll open up early so everybody can get set up and start for that.
Yep, that's always a fun day.
And then I know he was probably about to skip over it, but it is November. It's the start of the holiday season, Thanksgiving,
I did
and Black
forget
Friday.
one thing.
And so
Thank you,
yeah,
Cole.
coming up on that Black Friday, and that's following Small Business Saturday, we're going to have some decent sales. So if you're looking to pick up something for yourself or for someone as a gift for the holidays, that's going to be the perfect time to do so. So keep your eyes peeled for what we have coming up for that.
That's not even what I forgot. That's not what I thought. I thought you were going to talk about our Toys for Tots bin
Oh,
that
Toys
is
for
standing in
Tots.
front of Darth Vader right now. So we would love to get that thing filled up as many times as possible. So what we're doing, and I know they've done it in the past, so we're going to keep it going. Cole, why don't you tell them what that is?
Yeah, cool.
So if you purchase anything in store that is specifically meant to go in the bin, we'll give you 25% off your purchase for doing so.
Yes, as a thank you for donating and helping out some children.
That's
All
right.
right.
Let's give everybody a great Christmas this year.
Yeah. All right, and that leads us to our main topic, and I'm very excited to find out what everybody's top 10 games are. I'm very, very excited to hear about Cole's list. And I think the real question is, how many Star Wars games are on my list?
Ooh, yeah, right. So we're going in the
We're
top
going to
10
go from
now, huh?
10 to 1,
Okay.
and we'll start with Mark to me, the Mark to me. We'll go this
I
way.
could always just be first.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
First in my heart, buddy, like I said.
All right. Are we ready?
We're ready.
All right.
So, Mark, what is your number 10?
10.
I think that's trademarked.
Yeah, it probably is trademark. Thank you, Dice Tower. My apologies. All right, my number 10. I had to think about this list. I have like 200 board games at home, and then there's all these board games here. It's so great. But my number 10 is Star Wars Imperial Assault. For those of you who like Star Wars, I know there's a lot of folks that love Legion. Star Wars Imperial Assault was the kind of the grandfather of the Star Wars miniatures games, in my opinion. And it's great. It's great. The only problem with it was there's some balance issues between the Empire and the Rebellion in the campaign. But skirmish is where that game shined. I think it needs to get played more.
Yeah,
So
and they still print it.
they do still
Which
print
is
it.
fantastic. Like most games, like Armada and X-Wing, have fallen out. They're not even making anymore.
Oh,
It's not that they're not
don't bring
making
them
new
up.
stuff. They just said we're not even going to support it. But Imperial Assault, they are still printing it. So it is a fantastic game.
Yeah, for sure. So Imperial Assault, that's mine, number 10.
All right, Cole.
Oh, Cole.
Calm down.
It's so exciting.
I know. Look at me. It could be anything.
I mean, do you have a guess before I
I have no idea. I couldn't
you
even
know,
begin. I know what number 1 is, but I could not tell you what anything else in this list is.
That's fair.
I bet Fromage is on here somewhere.
Maybe.
We'll see.
I'm going to say Darwin's Journey.
I mean, I could walk over to our shelf and there's like a group of 5 games that I think are just on that list.
Maybe.
I think Darwin's Journey is going to be higher, actually.
At any rate, my number 10 is gotta be it's an older 2-player game at this point, and it's a game that I've very much enjoyed over the years. It's gotten a re-implementation and a re-theme kind of at the same time. Number 10 on my list has to be Seven Wonders Duel, and it's just one of those games that I'm a sucker for a good 2-player game, and this is certainly one of the best of them. I very much have enjoyed every time I've played with it, and I even have both expansions, and they're both really great. I know some people prefer just the base game, but I love everything. And yeah, I mean, just this great back and forth tension that it's like, oh, I take this card, and that means you'll take this card, so do I maybe take this one instead? And just like, it's really head to head, and I very much enjoy it. And yeah, that's got to be my number 10.
All right, that's a good pick.
You know, he says this back and forth tension. When I played Cole, it was just a slaughter. There wasn't a back and forth. It was just like crushing me.
Yeah, sometimes that does happen.
That's right.
But
Sometimes.
All right, for my number 10, I chose Betrayal at House on the Hill. Now, when I first got into board games, this was one of the first, like, you know, a step above Monopoly type game that I found. I love the way that it starts out as a co-op. I mean, I love horror. Hopefully, you know that by now. If you don't, I love horror. It starts out as a group. You're going through, searching through a haunted house. You find items, you find rooms, omens, and then eventually the game twists, and turns out one of us was a traitor, and now it's a one versus many kind of game. And it's one of those games that you can play with your family. My mom, my grandma, they loved it. Yeah, Betrayal at House on the Hill. It's a timeless one, and I don't think it'll ever leave my list.
Awesome. We got to play it. Yeah.
All right, Mark.
All right.
Number 9.
Number 9.
We're getting sued.
I don't think Eric Summer is going to mind that you're doing it.
He's not even going to watch
That's
this.
right. Never going to see it, Eric. All right. My number 9 is a kind of a party game. It's called Detective Club.
Detective Club, okay.
Yeah, and so it's kind of in the same vein. Oh, I want to say Dixit, but I think I'm probably wrong. But basically, you have 2 cards, and everybody gets a little pad of paper, and on all but one of the pads of paper, you write a word like tree, right? And so the word is passed around, and one person has no clue what the word is because it's blank. And you're going to start, because you know what the word is, you wrote it down, you're going to put a card down that has a picture, ideally, of a tree. Mm-hmm. And so the next person maybe next to you also knows it's tree, and they put something down that's like green or something. And then so everybody goes around the room, and the person who doesn't have a clue what it is tried to look at what everybody else had and put something that looks like maybe what it was. And so you're kind of bluffing. And so at the end of the game, you're just kind of, you know, trying to lie if you didn't have the word to see, I knew it was tree, or I said tree because I put this down. And so it's a lot of fun, and the artwork is just beautiful.
And I imagine the goal then is to try to figure out who didn't know what the word is.
Exactly, yes. And there's a voting component about, CJ was just, BS, and he didn't know what it was tree or not.
That sounds cool.
Yeah.
It feels very like Chameleon, if you're familiar with that one.
Okay, no, I'm not familiar with that one. Okay.
Is that the one we played recently?
No, you're thinking of Snakes.
Snakes is
Yeah,
cool.
that's much different.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll have to bring it in. We'll play it. Yeah.
All right. Goal number 9.
Yeah, number 9. So this is a game by one of my probably top 3 favorite publishers of all time. I was really torn between what's my number 8 and what's my number 8, and number 9 and number 8. Excuse me. Yes, I realized that as I said it.
Yep.
Okay. So the way that I sorted this out then is like, for me, my number 9 is the one that if given the choice, everyone else I play with, that's what they're going to choose. My number 8 is the one that, given the choice, is what I would choose. And so, that being said, for me, my number 9 has to be Viscounts of the West Kingdom by Garfield Games. I love pretty much everything that they've put out at this point, but this is one of my favorite among them. It's probably my most played game of theirs that they've put out. It's just this fantastic combination of like deck building and sort of worker placement, where you got like this rondel board that like you're like, you play the card, you move around the board, you do some action, and then that's just, you maybe buy another card to add to your deck or don't, whatever, and it just keeps going around like that. And it's like being able to like tailor your deck to fit your strategy is just so much fun. And it's like, some people like to load their deck up with like a ton of cards, and me, I prefer to just like run very lean, that like I'm basically not having to like shuffle at the end of every turn or whatever. It's just, it's crazy. It's fun. I love it. It's great. And I can't recommend it enough. That's got to be my number 9.
Yeah, I knew that one would be on there somewhere. All right, my number 9. I knew this was going to be on my list, but I was trying to figure out where I'd put it. So I ended up putting it on number 9. That's Star Wars Legion. Now, Star Wars Legion is a very near and dear game to my heart. It is. It's what got me into into painting, hobbying, miniatures games. Um, I have played a lot of miniatures games, and this one is like it's the most accessible, I think, as far as I can tell. I mean, if you compare it to something like Warhammer, which is a fantastic game, but maybe is sometimes needlessly complicated in what it's trying to do. Um, Whereas Star Wars, you have just a basic set of dice for the attacker, for the defender. You have basic line of sight rules, basic cover rules, your basic what your card says, what your model does. It's just a fantastic, accessible entry into wargaming, and it has probably the perfect theming in Star Wars.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, number 8.
Every time.
I know, yeah, every time. I'm gonna just do it. Let's do it.
Just
Let's
gonna
start
do
it.
it. I
We're
mean,
gonna keep
it's
it
not a
going.
big-
If
not
we're
a
gonna get seed,
problem.
we're gonna go all the way. All right, Dwarven Smithy is my number 8. This is a game I don't think anybody's heard of.
I've never heard. I was about to say,
Yeah.
what is that?
Yeah, I think it went to Kickstarter years ago, and then they brought to Kickstarter a little like 50 card expansion that you can still buy, but I actually can't find the base game really anywhere to buy. Like it's not on their website or anything. I'm just gonna email them today and be like, hey guys, how do I get this? But so you have, everybody has a dwarf. They're all the same. It's not really that important. But there's different piles, and you're basically collecting different metals and gems to build different maybe tools and sometimes allies, and then these special kind of like king's artifacts or whatever. And the goal is to build as many of those as you can and get the most amount of points. But you're choosing from different decks to try to get enough the right resources to build the right thing. And there's only maybe like 3 emeralds in the pile. And so the pile has like 50 something cards in it. You might not get the emerald, and you've been holding onto this card waiting for that 1 emerald. But then there's like a little market where people can kind of get rid of things to make a little bit of money. And sometimes maybe an emerald gets put in there and it's like, all right, well, I'll take that. But it's really nice card game that I just have a lot of fun with playing every single time. It's fairly simple, and the artwork, I'm a sucker for good artwork. I think it's beautiful. So, but I'll have to bring that in and play it. But yeah, Dwarven Smithy, my number 8.
Nice.
All right. Well, I've kind of given you a bit of a hint for what my number 8 is. Do either of you have a guess what that might be, knowing what I've said so far?
You know my answer? Every time you say it, it's going to be Dwarven, or not, it's going to be...
You said Viscounts, right? So
Darwin's Journey.
Architects. Architects may be higher.
The Darwin's Journey is going to be so high. It's going to be like within the top 3, I
But
think.
that's not by Garfield Games.
Oh,
I've
Garfield
already
Games.
spoiled that
I'm
number
sorry.
8 is by Garfield Games, so it's not going to be
Okay,
that.
You're right. I'm sorry.
Was that right?
No, you were not right.
Oh, what
that
about is it Shipwrights?
Oh, the Raiders of the North Sea.
No, it's not Raiders.
No?
It can't be Raiders. It's the Shipwrights Redux one.
So I will say a lot of the guesses you're throwing out there would probably be on my 11 through 20.
Oh, no.
But everything you said, not my number 8. So again, my number 9 was one that, given the choice, everyone else that I play with would choose to play, whereas my number 8 is the one that, given the choice, I would choose to play. And my number 8 has to be Paladins of the West Kingdom. It's just this fantastic game that I enjoy. It's a mix of like you got like a small deck of like paladins that you're drawing some each turn, and you're choosing which one's going to be your active for that round. But then you've got that. It's like this, and it's got this worker placement that I very much enjoy. In a lot of ways, it feels sort of like Hadrian's Wall in some regard. That's like you have this small pool of workers to start, and so you have to manage them as best you can. Like, oh, I put this here and I get some benefit or some additional workers in return that I can use and then put over here, and that gets me things. And it's just finding all these neat little combos, and then it really just works my brain in a way that I very much enjoy, and it gets even better with the expansion because now there's even more to consider, and I very much love it. And it's probably one of the most complex games that's on my top 10. But yeah, it's got to be Paladins of the West Kingdom for me. I think it's one of the best games that they've put out to date. That isn't to say that the South Tigers games aren't great or that the North Sea games are great. I just think I need to play the South Tigers games more before I can truly say if any one of them is better than the 2 that I've just listed. So that's my number 8.
All right. Awesome. All right. My number 8 is Slay the Spire. I absolutely adore the video game. I love deck builders. I love dungeon crawlers. So this has got everything that I want in it. I also am a big sucker for licensed games. If you take something I already love and turn it into a board game, there's a good chance I'm going to love it. And I think, you know how they used to make video games when movies come out, licensed things used to be pretty terrible? They still are pretty terrible most of the time. I think board games are the one where most licensed things in a board game form are really, really good. There's very few licensed games that I've played that I didn't love. Um, yeah, I think it's a fantastic deck builder, and it brings everything the video game had to the tabletop. And actually, talking about deck builders, I'm going to slide in one of our community questions because I don't think we'll have time to do the full question because I think it could be a video in and of itself.
Oh, wow.
But Matt asked us what our top 3 board game mechanics would be.
Oh.
So how about we each think of just one? I would say deck builders is my favorite. If you, I would play any deck builder. Any thoughts on?
Yeah, roll back to Cole there. Yeah. No
I-
pressure.
I would say, I guess then, I mean, yeah, deck building's a strong mechanic, but I guess to give a different tact, I would say one of the ones that is in my top 3 would probably have to be worker placement. That is a mechanic that I very much enjoy.
You know, I'm not good with all the scientific definitions here, but tableau building?
Yeah.
Would that? Okay.
Oh yeah.
I love tableau building.
Yeah, similar to
Yeah.
like what you would find in like Earth or
Yeah.
otherwise.
Or other number 10s.
Is that on there? It definitely is.
I love starting with nothing and just building up to have an empire. Yeah,
The dream.
it's the dream.
All right, Mark.
Oh, number 7, right? Number 7, yeah, all right. So funny, we're talking about deck building games. My number 7 is Clank. Clank is a fantastic game. I mean, the rules are fairly simple. I think the rule book's well written, and you're kind of delving into this cave, trying to get as much loot as possible, trying not to make noise, but you're inevitably going to make some noise. And, you know, every now and again, you're going to cause a dragon attack because you've made so much noise. And so the more cubes that you pull out of this little dragon bag, the tougher shape you're going to be in. But I remember there's one game I played where you get 30 Clank cubes, all right? And typically, I mean, if you get 15 of those suckers in the dragon bag, that's a rough game. I got all 30 of my Clank cubes in the bag, and I won the game.
Wow.
It was incredible. It was absolutely incredible. So you can do it, and gosh, it's a fun game. I laugh a lot.
Forever
with Clank.
chasing that high.
Yeah. It's funny, this was one game I played too, yeah, right? Where this guy was like 2 moves, and this is, if you see it, Dan, this is about you, Dan. He was right there from getting out of, not the depths, but the dungeon itself. Right?
Yeah.
He was at the top level, so his points were going to count. And he just could not get a boot to save his life, and the dragon ended up killing him before he could get out. It was like 4 turns. I think he drew a stumble at one point, and I was just laughing. You know, at others' misfortune, right? So, but Clank is a fantastic game. Simple. You can have your kids playing it. You know, it's a great, I think, family weight game and great deck builder.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's my number 7, Clank.
All right, my number 7, let's see. A long time ago, before y'all ever took over the store, this was probably like 3 or 4 years ago, the previous owners, Brent and Miles, they wanted to do sort of a top 10. It wasn't anything recorded. It was just like a fun thing we did on a Saturday night. We sat around, and it was a bunch of us. We were just going over our top 10s at the time. And my number 7 on this list was a game I haven't even played at that point. So it wasn't even on contention to be on that list at the time. But a fair bit of what is on this list now was also on that list then. But so this is kind of like, I would say, an update, if you will, to that list. And so this was a game that I was first taught by a friend of mine. His name's Ben. He showed me this game, and then afterwards I kind of went online and started playing on Board Game Arena and playing it a lot on Board Game Arena, and then they eventually did a special edition of it, and I was like, well, I didn't want the first edition, that was kind of ugly. I didn't want the anniversary edition, that was also kind of ugly. But since they're doing the special edition, it's like, I'm going to jump all in, and I did. And I think at this point it's pretty obvious that my number 7 has to be Castles of Burgundy.
Yes,
It is. I mean, it's a fantastic game. I love it. I know plenty of other people that love it. The Awakened Realms and Ravensburg did a fantastic job with this edition. It looks incredibly beautiful. It's so well done. It's such a great gateway game too. It's like it straddles that line between like it's got enough interesting strategy to consider without being so overwhelming as to like drive away new people to the hobby. That it's like one of those things that like, okay, maybe they've played Catan or they've played Ticket to Ride or they've played whatever, and this is a great next step that like, hey, here's something a little bit more that kind of bridges the gap from like those games to like some of the more complex ones that you've already heard about on my list so far. So I would say that for me, and that's easily become, since I first learned it, that has become like one of my most played games across all 3 editions that exist at this point. It's so good. I really enjoy it. Can't recommend it enough.
I've returned. My apologies.
All right, where were we?
I think we're moving into number 6.
I don't think I did my number 7. Did you?
Oh, you didn't do
did your
number
number
7?
7?
Yeah, I did my number 7.
Yeah, I
I
was
definitely did a
waiting.
7. Oh, you're waiting for
Yeah, I
me?
was waiting to
Oh,
come
nice
back.
guy. All right, what's 7?
All right, my number 7 is Crinkenhole.
Oh, Crinkenhole.
Crokinole. Man, Crokinole is just a fantastic game. Man, it's one of those games that is so easy to learn, but really hard to get good at. Except for those times where you accidentally are just amazing at it. It's just a simple little. It's a game. You have a big circle, and you're just literally flicking little round discs and trying to get into the center of the table. It gets more complicated when you realize you have to hit your opponent's discs for your shots to count. Yeah, it's just a fantastic game. If you haven't played Crokinole, you should come in and try it out. You'll be hooked immediately. Everybody I sit down and play Crokinole with, they sit and play like 5 games in a row. It's such a good game.
It's a great game. Yeah.
All right.
All right,
Now you can do it.
Now I can do
Yeah,
it?
you can do
yeah.
Are we ready now?
Now it won't be
All right.
so premature.
All right. Number 6. There we go.
Yeah, what do you got?
My number 6 has already been said today.
Hmm.
All right, what do we think it is?
I think it's Crokinole.
Cole's been looking at my list.
I've not been looking at your list. I'm actually
looking at
trying
it.
not to, and I'm trying to be discreet when I look at my list so you two can't see it. But if it's something that's already been said, and I realize when I said it, you immediately covered up your list, I think your number 6 has got to be Earth.
No,
Cool, then I got no shot.
Is it Castles?
it is.
Ah,
So my number 6 is The Castles of Burgundy. And that was one that was very highly rated on like Board Game Geek. A lot of people talked about it, said it was great. And I picked up, I think the 10th anniversary? Was it the 10th anniversary that has its
yeah.
copy, or is it the 20th anniversary?
No, there's
Is it
not. There's
10?
not a 20th. It came out in 2011.
Okay,
So
all right. It's
still
been a
waiting on that
long,
one.
it's been a long 14 years or whatever it is.
yeah.
The game just did not look appealing to me. As I've said earlier, I'm about the art. I judge a book by its cover. I'm a terrible human being. What else is there to say? But when Awaken Realms, who I love, Awaken Realms has amazing quality stuff. When they did the reprint on it, I went in. I went in and picked it up, and it is just such a gorgeous game. So many great strategies. There's the luck of the dice roll, but that doesn't necessarily limit you as much as maybe you would think. And so there's still a lot of options. But Castles is just so fantastic. I can't say enough about how fantastic Castles is. So that is my number 6.
All right.
So for my number 6, this is a game that comes from another one of, I would say, my top 3 publishers of all time. This is probably my favorite game of theirs. Well, it would have to be if it's this high on the list. It's one that has already been mentioned.
Hold on.
Not by me.
What? Who? By who?
Not by me.
Star Wars Imperial Assault? No.
Wasn't me.
No, here's your chance. You've been dropping it several times.
Earth.
No.
Oh.
No. Oh gosh.
What?
No.
What?
No.
I don't.
All right, just say it.
Yeah, just say it.
Yeah, Darwin's Journey.
Darwin's Journey.
Yes.
Yeah.
I remember. So this is Darwin's Journey by Thundergriff Games, and they're one of my favorite publishers of all time. They've been there for me personally, and they continue to be there for me as a publisher. They once, I have a bit of a unique relationship with them, I would say, because they once ran a tournament to because they did the crowdfunding for their Game of the Time Tag Garden, and there was that lull period where it's like, well, they've already funded, and now they're just waiting for production, and so it's like they needed to do something to maintain interest in the game. So they're like, hey, let's run a tournament. And that was all facilitated through Tabletop Simulator, and I was a participant, and I ended up being the one to win the whole thing, and as a result, my prize was a golden ticket, so now anything they make, I get a copy of. And so when it came to Darwin's Journey, I very much was following along the campaign from the beginning, and I was very much excited. It was easily one of my most anticipated. I had put it on my list for 1 year thinking, oh, it'll definitely come, it'll definitely come. And I don't think it quite made it that year, but then the following year it showed up, and it's easily become my most played game of theirs. It's probably in my top 20 most played of all time. It's just so good. It's Simone Luciani and Mr. Mangone, and it's this delightful. It's a worker placement game, and the fun thing about this is that like your workers start out, they have like a base amount of strength that like there's only so many spots they can go, but you can upgrade those workers so that they can go to more spots and do more things. But it's just this blend of like maybe I put this worker here to go explore on this map, and that gets me things which might help me do other things, and just finding all these crazy little combos. It's a lot of fun. It also has one expansion out at the moment with another one on the way that I am very much looking forward to. Given the choice, I would never not play this, I would say, and I just love it. I don't know what more I can say. I love it.
It's great.
Yeah. A word of caution.
I need to play this one.
You need to
That could happen.
advance yourself up before you go to the expansion
Yeah,
side of the board.
we may have tossed him in the deep end. We may have made some bad assumptions about his skill level, and
very low skill level. It is a great game, though. Cole's right.
All right, what you got?
What's this, number 6?
Yeah.
All right, my number 6 is Star Wars Rebellion. Star Wars games continue. I really like Star Wars. This game is fantastic. It is probably one of the heaviest games I've ever played. But I mean, its minimum play time I think is like roughly 3 hours.
Yeah.
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 Me and Mary have played this like 6 or 7 times. I have always played as the Empire, so I don't know how the Rebel side plays. She insists on playing as the Rebels.
I'm sorry. What did you have to do to get her to play this?
I asked her, and she loved it. This is one of her favorite games.
Really?
Yeah. This is in her top 5 games.
Mary, I expect you to comment on this and validate what he is saying here.
It is. I swear she loves it.
She loves it.
She does.
That's right, Mary.
One player will play as the Empire, and one player will play as the Rebellion. And as the Empire player, your goal is to find the Rebel base and snuff them out. And as a Rebel player, you just are trying to avoid and rally troops to your causes so you can eventually overthrow the Empire. It's very, very cinematic. It's fantastic. It's
basically Star Wars the movie,
I think
the board
you're
game.
still stuck on Mary.
No, I wouldn't know.
No?
I've played this 4 or 5 times myself as the Rebellion every single time, and my base has been blown up
Yes.
every single time.
It is tricky to play the Rebellion.
Man, I
From
can't catch a break.
Seeing from Mary's side, I've still only played the Empire, but
I will never lead the Rebellion.
we'll have
that's for
to we'll have to play it one day.
sure. Yeah.
You can be Empire.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
All right,
Oh, gosh.
you're number 5.
All right.
Halfway down.
Number 5. All right. My number 5 is a game that I have tried to teach Cole. I don't remember him, focusing too much on it, but I think he enjoyed it to some degree afterward. And that is Vindication. Do you remember that game, or did you block it out?
No, I remember playing it once and enjoying it. I don't know why you would
okay,
think I blocked
We
it
had
out.
somebody ask about that game on
yeah.
Sunday, but you weren't here.
Wow, that's
All
right.
I could say was I wish Mark was here.
That's the only time he'll ever say that. Vindication is a fantastic game where, gosh, I mean, you're essentially trying to get the most points to win. There are certain game end conditions that are going to pop out throughout the game. And so, like, once somebody hits maybe 5 allies or something, the game will end. And so there's different ways that it's going to end. And as the game progresses, more of those cards will come out. But there's various ways to get points where you can have kind of followers. You can go on like quests. You can have relics. I'm probably not doing a really good job explaining it, but there's a really neat dynamic where there's kind of 3 primary colors, and then there's the 3 colors that those 3 primary colors make. And so you can put in maybe 2 of your cubes to yellow and 2 of your cubes to red. That's right, I'm thinking about my primary colors here. And then you can combine them to make orange cubes, essentially.
Okay.
Really neat play style. I don't think I've ever really seen anything quite like it.
Is this the game where you met the designer at Gamma?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know if they were I guess they were all the designers. Yeah. I was really excited to meet. Oh gosh, her name's,
sorry.
I think it's Lacey. Yeah, thanks for just calling me out. I think her name's Lacey. Oh, I don't know. I could be totally wrong. Sorry. But it was so cool to meet the folks over at Orange Nebula.
She's like, thanks a lot, Mark. I remembered you.
All right, nobody's gonna see this. Our fans don't go.
Hey, the designer's name is Mark.
There is a Mark, right?
Yeah.
But isn't there Lacey?
Well, right now I just see. Let's see full credits.
Okay, full credit. No,
Let's
I
see.
screwed that up.
Lacey. Don't see a Lacey.
Ooh, all right. Well, I'm
May,
just
may,
totally...
may have been part of the publishing team.
Maybe that's right. We
That
digress.
typically publishing teams do handle a lot of the game development.
Hopefully, you're on a publishing team.
It was Orange Nebula.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Orange Nebula. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, great game. Lots of fun. Vindication, my number 5.
All right, so now we're getting into the top half of things here. For me, number 5, I've had people ask me, and I tell them, I consider number 5 to be an island game, in that if I was stranded on an island and I could only have one game with me, this would probably be that game. And so for me, this game is also published by what is probably the 3rd publisher in my top 3 favorite publishers of all time, and this has to be Santorini by Roxley Games. Yeah, this is just such a fantastic and beautiful abstract strategy game. I mean, at its very core, yeah, you each have 2 workers. You move a worker, you build a block, and as you move the workers, you can step up a level, and you're just basically trying to step up to a level 3 block. And as soon as you do that, you win the game. Congratulations! And you could just play it in that most basic form and have a great time with it. You could spend an afternoon and have a great time with it. But where the game gets incredibly interesting for me is you have all these gods and heroes that you can mix into the game. That it's like maybe someone's Atlas and another person is Athena, or someone's Artemis and somebody else is Demeter, whatever the case may be. And so each player has their own unique power, that maybe they get to move 2 spaces on a turn instead of just 1, or they can build 2 blocks instead of 1 on a turn. And the way that it can just mix up the gameplay, and that there's so many different ones. Like, there are some that get really crazy, that like maybe you can move around the board Pac-Man style, so one edge of the board is adjacent to the other, or maybe one has you moving in secret, so it's like the only thing your opponent sees is where you're building the blocks. How do you adapt to that? Who knows? But yeah, for me, and I have the most recent Pantheon Collector's Edition that Roxley published, and it's just so beautiful. I think it's one of the prettiest games I own, and like I said, you could spend hours just playing this game and having a great time with it. That's got to be my number 5.
It's a good one. All right, my number 5 is Lost Ruins of Arnak. Another fantastic deck building / worker placement game, and it is right there in that sweet spot of like not too complicated but not too easy. There's another game that Mary loves.
Yeah.
And those are the best kind for me, because that means I get to play it more often. I just love the exploring through the temple and going up the track, finding the guardians, finding the new locations, building up my deck. I love how it all comes together. There's been several fantastic expansions. The new Explorer's Chest came out recently, and I think that added a lot.
Yeah, that includes the Twisted Pass expansion, which
So I've only played the spider side so far, that has the black tablets. I thought that was very, very interesting.
Agreed.
I love it. Fantastic game.
I agree. Very solid choice.
Yeah. Great. All right. Number 4. My number 4 is a very was a very popular game maybe like 10 years ago. I think it's dwindled maybe a little, right? Because there's so many new games that have come out. This is by Stonemaier Games. Anybody want to guess?
Stonemaier Games.
Yeah.
Scythe?
Yes, my number 4 is Scythe. When I finally got this, right? Because it went to Kickstarter and I missed it because it was before my Kickstarter era, right? If you buy Kickstarters, you know what I mean.
And if you don't start.
If you don't look up Kickstarter. It's bad for your health. I played the heck out of this game. I loved this game because there's different characters. I think there's a special name for when the characters have different abilities. I mean,
asymmetric or variable player powers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So each leader has different power. There's a different kind of set of boards that are handed out, and each board that you have has a set of top actions and a set of bottom actions, and you're trying to be able to do both of the actions. It's funny, there's a few banned combinations. Like you can't have some leaders with some of the other boards because they're just like perfect with each other, and they can just streamline your win within like 7 turns or something crazy. The game, I think, is kind of famous for all the little mechs and everything, but you can play the game without attacking ever and still win, which I think is what some people were a little frustrated about because it's like you all have these 4 mechs. It's like, well, there's the leader miniature and then there's the mechs, and little people are like little wooden meeples, and it's like, well, why can't I attack? Why are we not attacking more? But
I mean, you can attack, but I think the game is just more about that looming threat of like, hey, this could happen,
right?
But it might not,
right? But I have often played this at 5 players. It does play up to 7. It's just a great game, such a great game. So I gotta get to the table. I don't think I've played it in a couple of years at this point. Which I feel terrible about, but we'll have to get a game going here because it's such a classic.
I haven't played that one. I love the artwork on it though.
Oh yeah.
Artwork in that game is fantastic.
Gorgeous. Yeah. Again, the artwork just suckers me in, like a moth to a flame.
All right, so we're at my number 4 then, and I would say at this point we're kind of getting into the territory that like for these 4 games, they're not necessarily. I wouldn't say they're the absolute best games of all time, but they're this high on my list. I would say largely for sentimental or more personal reasons. I could argue that maybe some of the games that were lower on my list or other games in general are probably better designed or better games in general, but these just hold a lot of significance to me. And especially if you follow me on social media or you have followed me prior to this point, you may already know some of the things I'm about to say because I've said them before on my Instagram channel. But number 4 for me is a game that has been all over the place with me. I've taken it so many places. It's been through a lot of the personal experiences that I've gone through in life. It's a game that I very much enjoy. I've enjoyed playing it solo. I've enjoyed playing with other players. I've enjoyed playing it with the designer because I actually got to do that. Number 4 for me has to be Sagrada by Floodgate Games. It is just this fantastic dice drafting game. You roll some dice, you draft them, you use them to build a stained glass window, and it's just the experience is practically different every time because depending on what window what window card you have, what objectives that are out there, what objectives are yours, all this, that, and the other. So many random things coming together. It's just so delightful. I've always had a great time with it. Like I said, I've gotten to meet the designer. I've built up a good relationship with the publisher over time because of it. I've gotten to playtest one of the expansions. I've gotten to playtest the Sagrada Artisans, the Legacy Games spinoff. There's just so many good things that have come from my playing this game that it's easily this high on my list for many reasons.
I knew that would be there somewhere.
Yeah, it is a great game. This has turned into a list of Cole's accomplishments. I didn't know this guy was so.
He's making us look bad. He's got all this lead up to his game, and then
this is number 4. Just number 3, 2, and 1.
And I'm struggling to even describe my games. We love you, Cole. That's why we keep you around.
Oh, I opened the box once, and Cole's like, "Well, I eat dinner with the designers all the time."
Yeah.
I'm just a peasant.
I helped him
A
deliver his
peasant.
first baby. You know.
I wouldn't go that far with it, but I'm sure if I was asked, I wouldn't say no. I mean,
So
All
we've
right.
got the great Cole here, folks. That's what I'm trying to point out.
My number 4, and it's probably a crime that it's not number 3, is Trio.
Oh, trio, good.
Man, this game, Cam's group showed this to us, and this this game is so much fun. It is. Imagine if Go Fish was actually fun and interactive. What you're doing is you're trying to get 3 sets of 3 cards, or 3 groups of 3 cards.
Yep.
So you want 3 4s, 3 1s, 3 2s. But the thing is, in your hand, you have the cards in there in order from lowest to highest. And the only thing you can ask another player is, what is your highest? What is your lowest? Or there will be some cards in the center, you can flip one of those over. Now, if you ask, say I ask Mark, what's your highest? And he lays down a 10. I ask Cole, what's your highest? And he lays down a 10. Then I can ask again to try to find that third card. But if I get it wrong, if I ask, I get a 10, and then I get a 9, then I'm done, and I go over it. But now they know, Mark knows he has a 9, Cole knows that he has a 10.
yeah.
And it turns into this game of like, do you have it? So many times where Mark has looked me in the eye and said, what's your highest? And then I just give him that look that says, my next highest is the same card.
Yeah.
And he asks, what's your highest? And
Your
it's
highest
just not.
again, yeah. Because you can ask the same person, what's your highest? What's your highest? What's your highest? So,
It's so quick to learn, so quick to play, so many laughs.
lots of laughs.
Trio is just fantastic little party game.
It's a great game.
All right, number 3.
All right, number 3. All right, my number 3 has been mentioned earlier. I don't believe it has been on anyone's list. I'm trying to remember. Gosh, it's been a minute. I love this game. A lot of people considered it the replacement to a couple other games, which I won't mention because they might be on my list. But my number 3 is Earth. It's a tableau building game where you're building this kind of ecosystem in a 4x4 grid to the side of your primary board, and there's going to be trees, there's going to be different kind of like terrains, all sorts of stuff, and it's just fantastic. It's fantastic. It's a great tableau building game. I feel like I lose probably more than I win because I have lofty expectations of trying to achieve all the goals that everybody's going after. But I love the tableau. I love building up my trees on the board because there's little pieces that'll do that. So just a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So Earth, my number 3.
It's a good game.
It's a great game.
One that would probably, it was one that I was debating on putting on my list. It would probably make my 11 to 20 if I had to slot it in anywhere. But for me and my number 3, this is again a game by one of my top 3 favorite publishers. This is a 2-player game. This is a game that I very much enjoy. Probably one of the few games overall that I've played more than 100 times. And the fun thing about this game is it can only be played physically. So that means I've played this more than 100 times in person, which I think is quite the accomplishment at this point. But number 3 for me is the 2-player game Radlands by Roxley Games. And when I remember when I first got the game, like I remember looking at the crowdfunding campaign thinking, oh, this looks neat. But then for whatever reason, I decided not to back the campaign because a lot of other people I knew were going to back it. And I was like, cool, I'll just play their copy. It's fine, whatever. But then somebody who had said they were going to back it, they did. But then for one reason or another, by the time it started fulfilling, they weren't able to come to the store anymore, and so I wasn't seeing them as often, and so I just didn't have that opportunity to be able to play it. So I was like, all right, what are my options? And then I found out they had leftover copies from the Kickstarter that they made available on their website, so I grabbed it, got it, played it, and just played it a lot. And somehow the designer, Daniel Peachnick, was able to see that I was playing it a lot, and he ended up reaching out to me, and it's like, hey, I've got an interesting opportunity for you. Would you like to play test the expansion? And I mean, I of course I said yes, but it was the first time I ever had to sign an NDA for this sort of thing, and it was great. Like I play tested it a lot, and there was like a 3 month period where it was like week after week just playing a lot of games back to back. It was intense. It was great. I even got to contribute some ideas to the expansion, and I even got to design a card that ended up making its way to the final product in some way, shape, or form. But yeah, it was it was frustrating because like we did all the play testing, so I knew this was coming. Then for like a year, year and a half, it was like radio silence, and I couldn't say anything. It's like I knew that hey, this is the thing that's coming, but I couldn't tell anybody. But yeah, and then when it eventually was announced, I was like, great, now I can talk about it. And yeah, like I said, Radlands is one of my favorite two-player games. It's this delightful card game that like you've each got like 3 camps, and you're trying to defeat your opponent's 3 camps using this shared deck of like person cards and event cards. And it's like, oh, I might play a person that lets me do damage to one of your cards or gives me extra resources to be able to take extra actions on my turn. Or it's just fun trying to find like the combination of camps to work together, but then finding combinations of people that help synergize with the camps that let you just run roughshod over your opponent. It's just fantastic. I love it. It's great. It's in some regard I would say it's like Magic adjacent, if you will. But I'm not a fan of Magic, but I can appreciate what the game tries to do. So like I like games that are sort of like in that space, but aren't like, yeah, you know. That's Radland. I love it. That's my number 3.
Yeah, this guy.
Come play Magic.
What a life.
I tell you what.
I tell you.
I don't always drink beer, but when I do, Dos Equis.
Yeah. All right, my number 3. It's might also be on Cole's list.
Oh.
Is Ark Nova.
Oh.
Ark Nova is a fantastic zoo building game, and you have these cards at the bottom. These are your actions, and depending on where they are in order, depends how strong they are. So I love that that push and pull of like, if I use this one will get stronger, or this one will get weaker. Do I play this one now? Do I take this animal to do this, or I go focus on this? There's conservations. There's all kinds of different ways to score points. And my proudest accomplishment is that I have beaten Cole at this game several times.
Wow. Woo. That is a big accomplishment.
And I can't wait for the 3D edition to come so I can beat him in 3D.
Did you?
Did I what?
You went all in on that one?
Yeah.
All right.
Did you go in on that one?
Yes, I went all in on
I
that.
didn't
both
because I
go.
knew you guys
Yeah,
were.
we both had it. Why do you need it?
Yeah, I don't need it. That's okay. Ark Nova is a great game, though.
It was
Agreed.
fantastic. I played it several
if I've
times
ever beaten
solo.
Cole, yeah.
If I play a game solo, I know it's a great game.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right.
All right, number 2. My number 2 is a game I actually got Cole into, but Cole really enjoys. I think I can say for certain. Cole, what do you think it is?
God.
Some would say this game is overproduced. They would be wrong, but they would say it still.
Produced a game that you've introduced me to.
I did. It was me. Nobody else.
Oh, Foundations of Rome.
Thank you.
Wow.
All right.
Yeah.
Foundations of Rome. The box is huge, might be intimidating, but the rule book is very simple, very easy to read.
Yeah.
I love it when a game rule book you can read and understand. I may not be a very smart person, but some of these rule books out there are impossible. But Foundations of Rome, incredible. There's a bunch of little plastic structures, Roman structures. And so you've got a map of the city of Rome, and you're building it. You're going to get cards that represent little tiles on this. I guess that it's bare. It's what, like an 8x8 grid? And then it
Something
levels
like
up
that.
for
Yeah.
each
If you
player.
have 4 and 5 players, it gets bigger, and you
Yeah.
got more space to build on.
Yeah, so it's a great game. It's simple. It plays in about an hour and 15 minutes, hour and a half. You would think, because the box is huge, that it would take 3 or 4 hours. But I mean, the biggest part is like set up, taking it out and down. I know a lot of people complain it's got a higher price point, and they said it was just overproduced. But I would argue that one of the reasons I play a board game is to have this sprawling experience. And I think it really adds
Yeah.
You know, it's like you go play, Fallout or Elder Scrolls, and there's this beautiful world. Now, thankfully, a video game is only about $60, but they can sell it to a ton of people once they've done the work on it.
Yeah.
And of course, plastic minis and cards all cost money. And
Minis make every game better.
yeah, you're not kidding, not kidding. But this, at the end of the game, you've got this 3D city of Rome, and it's just beautiful. I mean, the models are beautiful. There's unique monument buildings that are all different. Super simple, super simple. This is one I play with my kids. Great game. So, Foundations of Rome.
All right, so we're on to my number 2, and yeah, I would say. So, I'll try to keep this short. My number 2, it's a game published by, or at least it was published by Good Games Publishing. It's a card game. It's a tableau builder. It's got a really great theme, really great artwork. My number 2 has to be Unfair by Good Games Publishing. Not only I genuinely do enjoy the game. It's this great theme park builder that you're building out a tableau that represents your theme park, and so you've got all kinds of crazy attractions and rides and sideshows and food outlets and theaters and whatever else, and you've got all kinds of staff and upgrades, and it's a fantastic time. And it's like, it starts out like the first half is all nice and easy. You're slowly building up, and then in the second half, mean things start to happen, and there's also ways that you can be mean to your opponents. And I know that some people don't like the meanness, but I don't mind it. I mean, there's ways to defend against it, so it's whatever. I don't mind it. But part of what is so special about this game for me is that it's kind of led me, in some regards, to where I'm at now in the hobby. That it started out, I remember backing it on Kickstarter. I wasn't initially sold on backing it on Kickstarter, but then I saw like Man vs. Meeple did like a preview of it, and like it was unlike anything I'd seen at the time, and that convinced me. It's like, okay, I'm going to back this. Backed it, got it, played it, loved it. Somehow the designer noticed that I loved it, reached out to me and asked if I wanted to playtest the first expansion. Did, had a fantastic time with that. And then eventually, when they decided to start playtesting the second expansion, I was brought back in to help do that. But it was a more streamlined process the second time. We also did it digitally. And at the same time that happened, the head of Good Games Publishing contacted a bunch of us directly. He was like, hey, you want to also playtest other things? And so then that spiraled into all that happening. And it's gotten to a point now that Good Games Publishing is a company that I go to Gen Con and work for. And so I'm able to go to Gen Con every year, which is fantastic. And I love it. And yeah, Unfair is a phenomenal game, and it's got a ton of replayability because there are so many different themes that you can pick from, and there's so many more coming along the way. I enjoy it and will never not play it, and yeah, that's my number 2, Unfair.
It's a good one.
Gosh, it's a little unfair, but you get to meet all these publishers.
I'm going to start hanging out with Cole a lot more often,
right?
you know? So we're playing games every day from now on.
Unassuming, right? He's just like, this guy's just quiet. And
I knew he had connections.
Secret life behind.
He doesn't want
right?
us to know.
He's
all
got a
his
back
connections.
cave somewhere. I feel it.
All right, my number 2 is Star Wars Unlimited.
Oh, didn't see that coming.
No,
I wasn't sure if we were
yeah.
putting TCGs and
you know,
otherwise on this list, or if we were
I guess
just.
some folks would put like Magic the Gathering on there.
I mean, it's just, it's the game that I play every single week.
Yeah.
How could it not be on the list?
I guess that's fair.
It's like, I've played just about all the big TCGs, Magic, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh! Dragon Ball Z TCG is still the best card game ever made, even though this game is on my list. That game would be on my list, but it's out of print. It's only out of print because Dragon Ball wanted the rights back so they can make their own game, which is not as good. But anyway, back to Star Wars Unlimited.
We're getting sued.
Yeah, we'll never carry Dragon Ball now. Bandai, I'm so sorry.
Bandai hates us.
I think the reason I love Star Wars Unlimited so much is because I'm not a big fan of like the standard formats in card games. I don't play standard Magic. I did not enjoy Yu-Gi-Oh! Standard. When you play standard, you have the meta decks. People, you come to a tournament and everybody just brings the best thing. So you have to bring the best thing or something that works against the best thing. Because everybody's just going online, you're finding the best decks, and you're just playing against the same thing a lot. But Star Wars Unlimited, what the designers have done is every single set is like a game contained in that box. They've really focused on the limited format, so drafting and sealed. So there's new mechanics every set. that work well within all the cards. So we draft here every Thursday night, and you're always playing something different. We're playing against something different. And you really have to think about what cards you use and what cards your opponent could have, because you don't know what they're going to have. It's not like it's not like going to a PQ and you're sitting against Green Sabine for the fifth time that night. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, I played in the World Championships, and I didn't really enjoy my time in the main event, but I had a great time drafting. So it's a perfect drafting game, I think.
Yeah. I think that's the one problem with card games like Magic the Gathering, is that if you want to get anywhere in those kind of events, there's like one of 8 decks that you can build that are all going to be in the top.
Yeah.
Which is why I love board games so much, is because every game is going to be different to some extent. It's like, well, this game I went after this, and now this game, well, the cards that I have are better for going after this. And so there's kind of that flexibility, and it's anybody's game.
Yeah, so I would urge you, if you like card games, you play Magic, anything like that, come Thursday and try out the pre-release. You get a box with packs in it. You build a deck right then and there. We'll teach you how to play. It's very casual. It's a fantastic game, and there's no sitting there waiting for someone to take their entire turn. It's a back and forth. You do something, I do something. That's the kind of games I like. That's why I like Legion more than Warhammer, because it's I do something, you do something, not I sit here and wait for you to take 20 minutes to blast me off the table. It's the same thing with Magic. It's like Magic, they go first, and then they play their combo out, and you're like, I hope I can keep up. So yeah, that's my number 2. It's a fantastic card game.
Yeah, that is a great one, for sure. All right, folks, we finally made it to number 1. All right. My number 1 is a game that I actually haven't gotten to play nearly as much as I would like to.
Wait, can we guess?
Yeah, we should.
We should guess each other's number 1s as we get
each other's
them.
number 1s. Well, I know what Cole's number 1 is already. Yeah.
I don't think everybody knows.
Everybody knows Cole's number 1.
I think yours is Terraforming Mars.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That is exactly what it is.
That was going to be my guess.
So I put Terraforming Mars here, but Ares Expedition is also fantastic. I think it plays just slightly quicker. I don't know. The few games I've played of it, I feel like it's still gone a while. But Terraforming Mars, every game's different. You're going to get different corporations. I played with the Prelude expansion because I like having a little bit of something to start with. The cards you get are going to be different. You might have a game where it's like, oh, hey, I'm going to go after steel and titanium. You might have a game where you're going after heat or forest or whatever. But it's always so much fun. And there's that challenge of, well, if I spend money on buying cards, I'm not going to have any money to do any of the cards. And so trying to find that balance. I've seen plenty of people play the game where they're like, oh, I'm going to buy these 4 cards and not be able to play any of them. And they're playing 1 or 2, and you really get kind of stuck in a bad position there. But Terraforming Mars is just such a great one. And it's been around for, gosh, I mean, at least 10 years, I feel like, at this point.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So great Tableau game. Just a great game in general. Yeah. So Terraforming Mars, my number 1. All right, well, we know what Cole's is.
Yeah, we know what
Should we
Cole's is.
just say?
Yeah.
Ready?
Say?
Carcassonne.
You are correct.
Yes.
And I'm not shy about this. I mean,
Yeah, you just bought 10 expansions of it the
I
other
mean, I
week.
did. You're not wrong. Yes, number 1 for me has to be Carcassonne. It was probably one of the first hobby games that kind of opened my eyes to the wider world of what's available. Because, like, for the longest time, all I knew was the mass market stuff of, like, Monopoly and Sorry and Uno and all that boring stuff. But, yeah, I had a friend who invited me over to his house, and he initially showed me Catan, and I'd never seen the game before. Played it, loved it, went home, and tried to figure out how can I play more of this. And then he later invited me back and showed me Carcassonne, and played it, loved it, went home, and figured out how can I play more of it, and just proceeded to play a ton of it. I mean, it's just, it is my favorite game of all time, I would say. I mean, it's a tile laying game. You're building out what feels like a map with all kinds of roads and cities and fields and rivers and things and all that. And then each time you put a tile out, you can put a meeple out, and maybe you'll get some points for it in return. And it's just fantastic. And there's been so many expansions over the years, and we're on like the 3rd edition at this point, or I guess technically 3.1 if you want to if you want to really get into it. But I mean, yeah, there's just been so much that's been made available for it, and I honestly at this point I'm collecting Carcassonne expansions like this guy collects Star Wars Legion miniatures. It's like I've got so many, and it's fantastic, and like I'm at a point that I'm like contemplating like custom storage solutions to kind of contain everything just because I've got so much of it. It's yeah, and I've got like I've got meeples in so many different colors and styles. It's great. I love it, and I'll never not play the game. It's just it means a lot to me, and it's fantastic. And there's been many times that like over the years that like I'd get together with on Fridays with friends of mine, and like we would just spend like all afternoon just playing like a big game. We'd toss in like 8 or 10 expansions and just see what happens, and we'd end up like with games that would fill like 2 of these tables side by side. It's crazy, and I love it, and it's great. And that's my number one. Carcassonne.
Did you ever meet the designer?
I have not. He lives abroad. I mean, I'd have to if I ever went to like Essen Spiel or like they always do like a Carcassonne Fest like in early October. If I ever went to that, there's a chance I could meet him. But I don't think he ever really comes stateside that I'd ever have the chance, unfortunately.
Maybe
if you're watching, come meet Cole.
That's right. We do
What's
like a
his name? Tell him.
podcast. That's right. This is a
hi.
plea.
Say hi. He's watching.
Maybe we do like a podcast where we ship Cole over to Europe. You know what I mean? Comes back having met like all the designers. I will say before you start, sorry, Carcassonne is a fairly simple game.
Yes.
Right? You're putting the tiles down and you put your little workers down. You're like, oh, I'm going to claim this town or whatever. When you play with Cole, it's like 4D chess.
Yeah.
It's like, here I am, like, oh, I'm just happy to put a little guy down. And Cole's like, boop, 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 boop. And it's like, suddenly he's claimed half the board somehow. It's like,
Or I've cut you out of claiming what you're trying to
yeah,
claim.
it's like this meta here, but it's
Yeah, I'll
just
have to play it with
absurd. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's unreal.
All right.
Oh, man.
Your number one?
You don't know?
Hold on, I'm thinking.
Oh, come on, this is an easy
I know
one.
Cole knows.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Hurts. I knew yours.
Oh, man, I'm sorry. Yeah, no. I feel bad. No, I feel like it's on the tip of my tongue.
I've said it in the store like 15 times.
4 letters, 1 word.
4 letters, 1 word.
Yeah.
I told you at Gamma.
Oh. Yes, that's right. Root.
That's right.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm getting old, you know? I'm getting old. Having trouble.
Yes, my number one game is Root. For a lot of the same reasons Cole's number one game is Carcassonne. This is the first hobby game that I really got into. This was the one that was like above like the stuff you'll just find walking through Walmart and Target. I don't even remember how I found it. I think I was watching YouTube and it was like watch this Root gameplay. It was probably I don't want to talk about that YouTuber. I think I know who got me into it, and we don't talk about him anymore.
Okay.
It's just a fantastic. It's got everything. It's a war game. It's an area control game. It's asymmetric. So not only do you need to know what your faction does, you need to know what everybody else's faction does because they could just slip in and claim victory. You're like, I didn't even know you could do that. There's the cats who rule the entire forest. There's the Eerie who have to follow a decree. So you put cards down and you have to do things in a certain order. You have the Woodland Alliance who will start rising up in random clearings, and then the Vagabond who just walks around in his own little adventure, helping and hurting other people. And then there's so many expansions. I even have the all-in on the Root RPG, which I will never play, but the book is beautiful, and the dice are nice looking too. My favorite faction is the Underground Duchy. I love putting the little crowns on those moles and moving them through tunnels. And I need to play that game a lot more. There's a new expansion coming out soon that I'm excited for. But Root.
We should do some live playthroughs of our number one games. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
All right. That is our top 10 games. What are you laughing for?
I'm not.
Oh, okay.
This is
Thought
really
you
happy
had
to be
something
here.
to say. Do we have a few more minutes to do a question or two? And
Yeah, if we got a
More
question or two.
questions?
We have a couple minutes. Yeah, we can make it happen.
all right.
The video is
So-
only 2 hours long.
I was telling Cole, he missed it, went to the bathroom.
I'm sorry.
We only got the one question from Matt.
Okay.
So I went on ChatGPT and I had them ask us a couple of questions.
Oh, okay.
So I already asked Cole one of them. So I'll
Okay,
ask
I already
the
asked.
other ones that I was. Do you collect anything other than games?
Sorry. The snide comment that pops in my head is burdens, but you know.
Anyway, while you think about it, I'll start.
I'll think. Yeah, you start.
I do. I collect a lot of things, but probably the biggest thing that I collect outside of board games are vinyl records. I have a pretty big vinyl record collection. I think I'm, if I haven't already surpassed, I'm approaching 100 records. Um, yeah, maybe I'll show them one day.
Yeah.
I would say for me, I mean, collecting I would hesitate to say that I collect these things. Just I've gotten them over the years, and like a lot of this I've gotten as a child and just never got rid of it. But like, I mean, I've got a decent amount of Lego, I would say, and then
Lego, if you're watching, what's up? That's all I got to say. I have emailed you guys a lot. Anyway,
we need a lawyer to counteract all these lawsuits we're gonna have.
Anyway, you were saying you collect Legos.
Yeah, I would say that, and like all the video games I've gotten over the years. That's the other thing. Like, I mean, that and Pokemon cards. I've got a
Yeah, Cole has a pretty impressive Pokemon card collection.
Yeah,
I had no idea.
Yeah, but I don't strictly go out of my way to try and buy like new packs or new Legos and things like. I mean, I did just get a Lego the other week because it was new and it was the new Game Boy set, and that interested me. But like, I'm not buying these things on the regular, if you will. Board games are what I gravitate towards these days. That's what I get.
Gotcha. Mark, any collections?
You know, actually, I do collect books.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a small library as well.
Yeah. So I like a lot of the kind of self-help books.
Oh yeah.
Right.
There's a good. Yeah.
So like, there's a book called Atomic Habits that I really enjoy. Marcus Aurelius's Meditations. I actually have a couple of copies of that. I've read 2 different ones. I do enjoy reading. I don't get to do it as much as I used to, but I like to.
You're not an audiobook guy?
You know, it's the same. Like we talked about the podcast. I have to see. I'm not a good listener.
So if you're gonna do it, you have to have someone sitting there reading the book to you.
Right, looking over the shoulder, right? I asked my wife. I'm not a good listener, but if I see, and like I can see and hear, I don't know. Maybe I have some form of something.
How about
tangible?
Do you guys have any Holy Grail games? Something you don't have that you really wish you did?
Oh, I know what yours is.
Do you?
Yeah.
What is it?
So the Queen's Gambit.
It is the Queen's Gambit.
Yeah.
I keep hoping that one day
I know
it's just gonna walk through the door. Someone just bring it in and be like, I'm just looking to get rid of this thing. It's like, God, that game looks so cool. It's another Star Wars game. If that wasn't in the title, it is Star Wars: The Queen's Gambit. It's the entire Episode 1 movie in a game.
And it's like 3D, so it's like this tall too. It looks
like
incredible.
This big. It's got 3 layers.
Yeah.
Man, that game looks fantastic.
Yeah. You know, there's a game that I don't know if I would call it my Grail game, but I have wanted to play it, and I think it's called Glory to Rome. It's in a little black box. It was small, and it's like $400. I think. Yeah, look it up.
That is a game that does exist. I don't know if it's what you're thinking of, but
Wouldn't that be?
Yeah, little small black box.
Yeah, Glory to Rome.
Glory to Rome.
Yeah, so I love Rome. I was a history major in college. I love the Roman Empire, foundations of Rome, right? I just love it. So I want to know what that game's about. So I keep hoping that little box will come in, you know. Tucked inside the Queen's Gambit box, obviously, because they were just getting rid of a bunch of stuff.
Oh, you got one?
Oh, he's got one. Come on with that.
I mean, not strictly. I mean, I would say if anything was to be on my list, I mean, there's a fair number of like Carcassonne expansions and mini expansions that I don't have, and at this point, they're like that stuff is just like too expensive on the secondary market for me to want to jump on them at this time. But I would say if I had to pick an actual game that isn't Carcassonne, I would think the closest, and I'm sure if I looked hard enough I could find a copy, but like several years, like, I don't know, probably at least 5 years at this point, easily. The original publisher of Tokaido did like this really fancy edition where like all the like every character had its own like miniature figure, and you could get them hand painted, and like it was just this beautiful addition to the game. Came in a much bigger box with a bigger board, bigger cards, the whole nine. It was really fantastic. And the thing was like, I remember when that campaign was first live, I didn't back it, and it according depending who you ask, I may have dodged a bullet in that regard because like it was just like it just got stuck in like development. Like it took years before that thing ever fulfilled, and yeah,
All right.
yeah. But regardless, it looked beautiful when it did eventually deliver.
All right. Let's try and do a quick board game 20 questions.
Okay, that's
I made
probably
it.
all I got time for.
All
So.
right. So, let the questioning begin.
Oh, all right. Is it in the top 100 of Board Game Geek board games?
No.
Ooh. All right. Well.
Yeah, I made it a little harder.
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
All right. Over to you.
What do you know if I would have played this game?
Yeah, I think you played this.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, was it? I think this is a good question, so I'm going to ask it. Did it come out in the last 4 years?
Yes,
Why the hesitancy there?
because I had trouble counting.
Okay, got it.
when I
That's
looked
fair.
at the date.
All right. Interesting. So it's a more recent game, not in the top 100, which is reasonable.
Okay.
Okay. Cole may or may not have played it.
Is it a two-player only game?
No.
Okay.
Is it animal themed?
No.
Okay, all right.
It's not Ark Nova again. So
Yeah,
every
well,
single time
we,
it's Ark Nova.
that was eliminated, certainly.
Yes.
Already, not being in the top 100. Okay. Ooh, 5 questions already. Cole, you better start asking good ones because I got
I'm
nothing.
trying. Is there a main board in the game?
Yes.
Okay.
Ugh. I'm thinking.
You guys don't have to take turns.
Yeah, if you got another one, you
guys
got
just
another
blur,
banger.
blur out
Does it-
questions.
Does it have worker placement?
No. No. No, definitely not.
Okay.
Have I played this game?
Yes.
Oh. Okay.
Okay.
Well, the only way he knows that is if we played it in the store.
That's not true.
What? It's pretty close to true.
I've played games with you outside the store. I've played games with Cole outside the store.
What? When?
Actually, I don't. Yeah, I haven't
You've
played games
never
with Cole.
played with Cole outside
I've
the
played
store.
games with you outside the store.
What?
And you guys talk about games you play. Why does it have to be that?
At Gamma.
I mean, you tell me about games you play. You just told me a whole list of games you
Yeah,
play.
that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Need anything?
All right, you know for sure I played it though. Am I allowed to ask? Have I played it in the store? Or was that part of what we?
How would I know that?
Oh,
I wouldn't know for
so
sure.
you just know that I played it.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I haven't been here every single time you've been here.
That's fair.
Is it space themed?
No.
Oh man, that eliminates a lot of them. It's not animal.
Half
It's
of 'em.
not space. Yeah, yeah, like half.
It's
of 'em.
on Earth, I guess.
Oh gosh. So we've decided that it isn't area placement.
It's not worker placement.
Not worker placement.
Not worker
Yeah.
Is it deck building?
No.
Oof.
That's 10.
Yeah, we're getting close. I'm worried. I don't know if we're gonna get it.
Well, that attitude, no, we're not. Does it have miniatures?
Yes.
I don't know. That really seemed indecisive. Does it have dice?
No.
Oof.
And obviously, I will never pick like Warhammer or a card game.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah.
Since you would just say Warhammer.
Yeah.
I couldn't get you to say the War Rohirrim Star set or
Yeah.
Death Guard box.
I mean, you probably could. So it has no dice. It has miniatures. Um, Gosh, how are you so sure that I've played this?
Does it have expansions?
Luckily, there's an expansion tab. Yes, it does have expansions. Looks like, yep, it does have expansions. It's 13.
Yeah, I'm picking up on that. God, what is another good question to try to determine a board game?
Maybe
is
designers, publishers.
Is it a Reiner Knizia game? No, I'm not asking that one.
I mean, you could.
Yeah, you could, but I feel like it's probably not.
Genre.
Genre? Guess we could. Or we could ask, is it by a publisher where Cole has met them?
I don't know.
He wouldn't know that.
That's fair, that's fair.
In the last 4
Gosh,
years.
I'm really torn on this one. So it's not strictly a two-player game.
Well,
Can we ask if we played it in the store?
You already did.
yeah.
Did
well,
we?
we didn't, but he wouldn't know that. He
Yeah.
again, he said he wouldn't
Okay.
know that because
Yeah.
he's not here every time that we're.
So he knows I played it.
And I may have played it.
Is the playtime longer than 2 hours?
Not according to Board Game Geek.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, well, that's not accurate.
But
Not helpful.
I would think not.
All right, if it says 30 to 60, that's per player.
No.
No.
That's what
not
I've always heard.
not,
No.
on,
30 to
not on
60 on the box.
BGG.
No.
Yeah. What?
On the box it might say that, but
It's only per player if it says it's per player. If it says 30 to 60, then it's 30 to 60 unless it says it's per player.
Oh, I guess I've always been doing it wrong.
Yes.
I got to tell my other players to stop taking so much time.
Yes.
14.
Yeah.
So yeah,
6
5
left.
questions and
Oh,
a guess.
yeah. Oof.
One of them has to be a guess.
Oh, man.
I'm glad this one's a little harder than last week.
The tricky part is he doesn't know if you've played it.
I said it. I've said
Oh.
he's played it. I'm like 99% sure he's played it.
It's not helpful.
Actually, I do know he's played it. He's played it.
Well, I mean,
For audio listeners, because I'm going to be doing that soon, Cole is
Oh.
looking at our board game library right now, trying to figure it out.
yeah.
I'm going to have to look up some
it's-
good questions for these.
You should
Yeah.
just watch a couple episodes of GamesCube. Just skip the 20 questions part and listen to the kind of questions they ask.
Listen. I'll watch and listen, yeah.
Yeah, watch and listen. There's
Yeah.
a video. You can have one store question per week.
Oh, one store question per week?
One store, just so you stop thinking it might be a store kind of thing. But it can't just be, is it in the store?
Damn. Okay.
Which wouldn't help you, I don't think.
I think it would help in some regard.
Yeah, I think it would help in some
Okay,
regard.
You
Yeah.
can ask that.
I've got them all memorized, all 2,000.
Okay. Shall I just ask, is it a game in our library?
It's a good idea.
Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
Is it a game in our library?
No.
Oh, gosh. Wah, wah, wah.
Okay, well, that does narrow down a lot of things, but it's not. Has miniatures, came out in the last 4 years. You've definitely played it. I've probably definitely played it.
It's not in the top 100. has miniatures. Gosh, how would you... Is it on one of our top 10 lists?
Yes, that was a fantastic question. I'm wondering why you didn't ask it earlier.
Ah, geez. All right,
I
well, so
didn't know that it would come up. I mean,
Imperial Assault has dice.
well, it's not that. I've never played Imperial Assault.
I know. Well, that's all right. That's fair, yeah. Castles of Burgundy.
I mean,
Oh, it's in the top 100, though.
Yeah, that rules that one out.
Clank
That
is...
top 100 question really hurts me.
Scythe is...
Tough one to get around.
I don't think Foundations of Rome is. Oh, but he would have known for sure that you did that. There would have been no question.
I mean, he's never seen me.
Clank's in the top 100, though.
Well, I've never played that.
Ugh, that's unfortunate. Huh. Okay, you know what? How many questions we got left?
3 and a guess.
All right. Is it on Cole's top 100? Or top 100? Or 10? Top 10?
No.
Oh, snap. He knows I played it, which means it's on mine. All right. So, what have you played here?
Then it's probably, I mean, it's either Earth or Foundations of Rome.
Interesting.
Because those both have minis. They don't have dice.
Well, didn't we already say, well, I guess Earth isn't technically animal themed necessarily.
I mean, it would be if you count the new expansion, but I don't think he's counting that.
I doubt
And
he is.
But they both do have expansions. I'm just going to say, is it Earth?
That's your final guess?
No. It's not a
It's
final.
not 2 questions.
Well, yeah, but that can be one of the guesses. That can be a question. Is it Earth? I mean, we're not. I didn't know we were locked into one guess.
I'm pretty sure that's how the game works. I'll look
Is
up
that
the
how the game
official
works?
rules
Okay, all right.
from
all
the
right.
publisher of
Hold
20
on.
questions.
Hold on.
Does it have a? Okay.
Well, it has a main board, so it can't be Earth.
Well, no,
Isn't that one of the questions you asked?
I mean, yeah, but the central board where you have the fauna cards that would
I
count.
don't know.
I
I
mean,
think I would lean toward Foundations of Rome.
does it have a Roman theme?
Yes.
Is it Foundations of Rome?
Yes.
Woo!
19
Oh my God, 19 questions. We made it. Woo!
Good
All right.
job. Good job.
All right.
I'm surprised it took you that many questions to get that.
Well, you know. Hey,
I actually picked that before I heard your list.
Oh, really?
So,
That's hilarious.
all right. Well, that was our top 10 games. Thank you all for watching. Remember, we have our pre-release on Thursday for Star Wars,
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock. Pre-release Sunday for Pokemon at 12. Another pre-release for Star Wars at 3. Magic Sunday at 2.
It's a busy week, folks.
Yeah, we have a lot
Spooky
going
games
on.
on Friday.
Friday,
Trivia
please
on
come play
Saturday.
Halloween with
Spooky
me.
games, Halloween.
Yes, thank you all for watching. I am 99% sure the audio will be better this week than it was last week.
And if
But-
not, we'll throw them in the gulag for next week.
Ah, yes, we
If
will.
not, it was because Mark left again.
Wow. Always getting hit by
We
that
still
bus.
don't have a sign off, so thank you again. Please like, comment, subscribe, share.
Ring-a-ling-ling bell or whatever.
Yeah, do all that.
Yeah, that's right.
Until next week.
Subscribe.
See you.
See you guys.